Do universities and colleges indoctrinate people, and mostly women, because more women are going to colleges now compared to men? Is education worth it in the modern day, with the cost it comes with and the time that is required, in an era where everything that you want to learn is a Google search away on your phone? The following clip is taken from Just Pearly Things, which is a channel on YouTube I recommend everybody follows. Let's get into it.
I feel. And you can't even have a discussion with feelings.
Yeah. A perfect example is like some of these like Kevin Samuel kind of videos where he got famous because of he said someone was average at best. This woman was below average, by the way. She was being nice. But this woman was well below average. But he was like, he was like, you're average at best, because she was, you know, the whole talk, oh, I've got a business, you know, I want a higher value man. This woman looked like a llama, fam. But she was like, you're average at best. And then he was called a hater. He was like, oh, you're beating down women. I was like, why is telling someone that you look like a normal person an insult?
It's because
when did that become an insult? Average. Most people are average.
Because most of these basic ass bitches think they're 9s and 10s. Like, you ask any average 6 these days, she thinks she's a fucking 9. Even 2s think they're 9s.
Narcissists are always special, though. Every narcissist is like the top.
You are making
this guy's based
tonight.
No, I was thinking about it this morning. I had a conversation with my husband. I figured it out. I had like
he's
that's
gay?
why I started this YouTube channel.
Keep going.
I started this YouTube channel.
So your theory
cool,
is most modern women are narcissists. Why?
Because think about it this way. You're a female, right? You've grown up your whole life being told you're the center of the world. Every film was about romance. Every action film, the superstar has to get a woman somewhere. Now this whole feminist thing, so you don't have to be accountable now. It's just like, well, there was oppression, you know, something happened to Victorian women 10 years ago, that kind of thing. That's why I can't do this.
Facts.
You can, and then there's this whole like believe women thing. This like you don't have to be accountable to anything.
They just want you to believe all women.
If I get
as if women don't
too many
lie.
compliments a day, I think I'm God. Imagine if you were getting compliments and told you were the center of the universe from birth. And people were saying, hey man, get married. What does marriage entail? A man takes care of you. That's why they're narcissists. The whole dating game is for narcissists. You take them out, you court them, right? Mm-hmm. There's no idea of courting for men, because men are told they're dispensable, women are told they're the prize. It just reached that mismatch now where they have so much power and men also kind of being beaten down by, you know, technology and all the things that are happening right now, that we can see it. But women have always been narcissists, I would say.
No more.
And I think there's something to do with the education system in the UK as well. Because I've had 2 relationships where as soon as they got a degree, I could see the change straight away. Straight away. Yes. Same day. They got that certificate that says you got a bachelor or whatever.
And then what happened?
What did they teach you at this uni? What? That's ended.
They teach these kids garbage ideas. They teach them socialism. They learn business from professors who've never had a business. It's nonsense. Formal education is a waste of time, and I'm glad I didn't go to college or university. It would have been a tremendous waste of time. I learned valuable skills starting my own business, getting clients, dealing with people, making business deals. Things I learned practically that I would have never learned in university or college. It would have been a tremendous waste of my time, my precious time, my youth, and my future earnings and money. Because if I had gotten a loan, I would have been fucked. Well, I was making money already. I was making money at 16. At 16, I had $70,000 in cash saved up. So why would I go to university to learn from a professor who makes 50 grand a year when I make 70 a year at 16, 17? It's retarded. University is dumb. If you're smart, you're going to make money. You're going to figure something out. You're going to start a hustle. You're going to start a side business. You're going to figure something out. Because I always tell people, in America or even Canada, where I'm at currently, if you're poor, you're either dumb or lazy or both.
End it.
Why?
Because what happens is when a woman starts out earning her husband, she tends to divorce him.
For me, if you don't bring me peace, we're done.
What happened is she got a good graduate job, and she thought she would get a better man at KPMG or in central London, and that's what she's done. It also happened with me in Portugal. I met this gorgeous Portuguese girl, and as soon as she came to London, she switched up. I met her. I was like, hey, what are you doing? I'm selling oranges. What do you like to do? Oh, I like to sleep a lot. You have a dog, this, that. What do you want to do? I want to be an air hostess. As soon as she came to England in university, now she's doing this whole like aggressive like attitude black girl thing of like, oh, you know, I only want peace now. I don't want to deal with anyone.
Because Western society ruins women.
As soon as she got in this country.
So what you're saying is, as soon as women get an education,
oh my goodness, that's it.
Get rid of them. That's what you're saying.
No.
You're not saying.
But you're looking to be offended. Like when you say this, like you're looking to be offended. That's not what they're saying. They're saying women act like they're better than you once they get an education. That's what they're saying.
But can they be better than you?
They can be whatever they want.
Can that also be a thing as
well? They can be whatever they want. But
can they be better than you?
What kind of question is that?
If not in a like as in like I'm better than you, you're less than me. As in like you're bringing more. They're bringing more to the table now. So
no, but that means nothing to them.
They're bringing less to the table, bro. We don't give a fuck about your job, especially if you're a guy like me who has his own money. I got my shit together in every single way you could imagine. I don't care about a woman's income. Give me the hottie who works at McDonald's over this argumentative bitch who makes $60K a year probably. It's going to be like, I make my own money 50-50, even though she doesn't want to pay more than 30% of the bills. This is a proven stat. They've surveyed many, many women. And women don't want to pay more than 30% of the bills. So they'll still want to pay less. They will still want to pay only 30% of the bills. But they want to talk about being equal and how we're equal. Explain to me how we're equal if you want a man who's taller than you, better than you, smarter than you, makes more money than you, stronger than you so he can protect you. Why? Then how are we equal? Remind me.
Like guys don't care about your education. They don't care about your income. They just want to know that you're hot.
Exactly.
Hot, feminine, friendly.
Let me paint you a picture. So you met this girl and she doesn't got a job, right? So you then support her so she goes on and get that degree. Now she's got the degree. She hasn't even got a job yet, right? So she got the degree. Now she's looking at the potential. I'm going to earn this and this month. Meanwhile, you've been there before she got the paper. Now she then decides, okay, I've got this degree now, so I can do this and this and that. And then her attitude changed completely. She's not easy to get along. She's not easy to talk to anymore.
And you agree with this?
She doesn't bring peace. So what in the world are we doing together then?
It's just ego, bro.
Yeah, I'm thinking, fine, go and get your degree and put it on the wall and go over there.
Look, the problem isn't actually the education. It's actually the fact
that the people.
We live in a system where feminism has been glorified, and as a result, that coupled with education causes women to act a certain way. A quote from C.S. Lewis, he said that education without values only serves to make a person a cleverer devil. So if the foundation,
that's a good one.
If the foundation is that, there's a wrong mentality of, independent woman, boss babe, all of that stuff, and then you add a layer of competence to it, now I have more ammunition.
I want to run that back because this brother was dropping
women
straight
to act a certain way. A quote from C.S. Lewis, he said that education without values only serves to make a person a cleverer devil.
Education without values only serves to make a person a cleverer devil.
C.S. Lewis, he said that education without values only serves to make a person a cleverer devil. So if the foundation, if the foundation is that there's a wrong mentality of independent woman, boss babe, all of that stuff, and then you add a layer of competence to it, now I have more ammunition, rather not to add value to my relationship, but to fight in my relationship.
How do I
and have
superchat
power?
you?
So basically, that's what it is. It's that wrong dynamic. They're building from the wrong foundation, basically.
Bars.
Education isn't the issue. Like, you can have a smart woman
that's what
who
I
is
mean.
submissive and feminine and all of that.
But it's not. Some of the
society
dumbest girls I know are educated, though.
And
To be honest, like I think honestly, like I prefer people that are less educated because I think they're smarter. No, because I literally think college teaches people to be idiots.
In what way?
In what way? Because
I never graduated college or university. Matter of fact, I'm a high school dropout, and I've had many, many university graduates work for me over the years.
It's like they get indoctrinated, even in schools. Like
and they all believe in socialism, and they have dumb ideas of egalitarianism. They're just retarded, bro.
I remember, oh my God, in my college, I was an economics major. And I had a teacher that was telling you.
They learn shit from professors who've never won in the real world. How are you going to learn from a person who has no practical experience?
That the reason that prices were higher in poor neighborhoods because they didn't like poor people, basically.
See, exactly.
That's
They're dumb.
Because the reason prices are higher in poor neighborhoods is because they steal more. And usually the distribution is more expensive, so that's why the prices go up. It's just stuff like that. Like they teach you propaganda in schools.
Another example of that, I used to date this feminist German girl, and she was in King's College, right? One of the best universities in the world. She was taking this class, and she was just sending me this stuff from the class. It was about like ecofeminism, this idea that we destroy the environment because the environment is like, nature is Gaia, which is a feminine, it's a goddess, right? And so that's another way of defacing the feminine. And that's men, toxic masculinity extended to like our choice in like toiletries. That men like shampoo that smells like masculine things and like grenade-shaped soap. And that was an example of toxic masculinity. And she was like mocking men and saying people are so dumb, this and that. And I was like, bro, I have a grenade soap. What's wrong with grenade-shaped soap? You have a problem with the shape of my soap now?
See what I'm saying? These bitches make no sense, man. And they're encouraged to not make any sense. They have a problem with grenade-shaped soap because it's toxic. That's the thing that's kind of like the thing they're talking about, man spreading, where you like, you know, as a man, because you have balls. So you like sit like this with your legs open versus a woman. And women can sit like this. I see. I can't even do it because my nuts get fucking pinched. And they were saying how it's like man spreading. You're man spreading if you do that on the subway or on the bus because you're taking up a lot of space. But they don't understand that we have fucking balls. So they're retarded.
This is like a woman with like top class degrees on a scholarship from Germany, as academic as possible, but also not the sharpest in the box in some ways.
And like the other thing is we have women's studies. How sexist is that? Why do we have women's studies? We don't have men's studies?
What's women's studies?
You've never heard of like gender studies, women's studies?
Yeah, but women are complicated though, so I can...
All those people who take women's studies and gender studies, they're all going to be broke 10 years from now.
Stand that.
No.
Destitute. These are going to be the homeless people of 2030.
Women are not complicated.
But they don't know what they want.
No, they just lie a lot. They're not complicated. Just if you watch what they do, women are not complicated at all.
I agree with that.
Like, I refuse
to
add that layer.
Okay, how do you explain this? A woman gives a relationship advice and then she goes and do exactly the opposite.
Because you can't. Women make no sense. That's why you can't take advice from a woman. Because they don't even know what they're doing themselves. They don't even know what they're attracted to when it comes to men. They haven't mapped it out because they never had to up until now.
She's playing you for a donkey. She's testing whether you're the man, innit? If you do exactly the opposite of what she says, she'll actually be more attracted to you because she's more familiar with you now.
For the last 30, 40 years, ever since feminism took a hold of society, they've been taught nonsense. And it's going to take some time to deprogram it. Maybe we might never be able to deprogram it. But at least with shows like mine or Fresh and Fit and the rise of Andrew Tate and this show, at least you're hearing the truth about what men really want.
You've shown you have balls. Everything they say is a test, you know. It's just lies. Like, it's just made up. Like women will try and convince you that they wear skinny clothes because they just enjoy wearing skinny clothes. They'll try and convince you that like paying for them doesn't mean anything, but then they'll demand it as well.
Exactly.
And dance to get into it.
Exactly. Even these feminists want you to pay on the first date. They want you to hold the door open for them. They want you to protect them if shit goes down. This is bullshit, man. Equality, it's nonsense in the context of a relationship. That doesn't mean men and women shouldn't be equal when it comes to the law. We should be. And maybe we need to be more equal, definitely, in when it comes to family courts, because the scales of justice are tipped towards women in those areas. So we do need equality, badly, on men's side.
They'll try and claim that like they like equal conversation and it's fun. I will check your Hinge profile right now and watch who you're interacting with, and I'll watch how much that guy has been saying, and I guarantee you it's the guy that said not very much. He's probably very good looking.
Exactly. Yeah. You don't have to say much if you're good looking.
You're just spitting facts today.
The devil is a liar.
Okay, I'm gonna read super chat.
the brother is based as fuck.
For a
bro.
second.
He's based as fuck.
Guys, all super chats go towards updates in the studio.
So yeah, that's the end of the show pretty much. These women out here, they make no sense. They're encouraged to not make any sense. That's why this show exists, to preach the truth. It's like a religious sermon. Every time you guys see my show, you should have your notes app open. So we're preaching gospel out here. We're preaching the good word of God. We need to restore some sanity in this society. So smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, do your part in restoring order, and I'll see you in the next one.